The Great Trade Truce, a comedy of errors. In a world where tariffs are the new black and trade wars are the latest fashion, the US and China have decided to call a truce. Yes, you heard that right. After years of slapping each other with economic sanctions like toddlers fighting over a sandbox, the two superpowers have agreed to a temporary ceasefire. But don't get too excited, this is more of a timeout than a peace treaty, and we all know how timeouts usually end. Scene 1, the negotiation table. President Trump struts into the room, his hair defying gravity as usual. "Let's make a deal," he bellows, slamming his fist on the table like he's auditioning for a reality show. President Xi Jinping, sipping his tea with the calm of a man who's seen it all, raises an eyebrow. "Ah, President Trump, always a pleasure," he says, his voice dripping with the kind of sarcasm only a seasoned diplomat can pull off. After hours of back and forth, mostly Trump shouting and Xi calmly deflecting, they finally shake hands. As they part ways, Trump whispers to his aide, "I think I just traded Alaska for a shipment of pandas. Is that a good deal?" The aide, wide-eyed, nods slowly, unsure whether to laugh or cry. Scene 2, the aftermath. Back in the US, small business owner Joe is ecstatic. "Finally, I can import those cheap widgets again." He orders a shipment, only to find that the widgets are now made of recycled cardboard and disintegrate upon touch. Well, at least they're eco-friendly, he sighs, wondering if he can market them as artisanal confetti. Meanwhile, consumer Jane is thrilled about lower prices. She buys a new gadget, but when she opens the box, the instructions are entirely in Chinese. "Guess I'll have to learn Mandarin," she mutters, squinting at the characters. "Or maybe I can just wing it and hope it doesn't explode." Scene 3, the world reacts. In Europe, EU leaders are trying to mediate, their faces a mix of exasperation and opportunism. "Can't we all just get along?" they plead, while secretly hoping to swoop in and steal some trade deals like kids grabbing candy from a piñata. In Canada, Prime Minister Trudeau watches the drama unfold, munching on popcorn. "This is better than Netflix," he says to his cabinet, who nod in agreement, eyes glued to the screen. Conclusion. And so, the Great Trade Truce of 2025 was hailed as a victory for both sides, much like a toddler proudly declaring they've won after a tantrum. But as the dust settles, one can't help but wonder, is this really the end of the trade war, or just the beginning of a new chapter in the ongoing saga of economic one-upmanship? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure, the world will be watching, popcorn in hand, as the drama unfolds. In the end, the trade truce proved to be as sturdy as a house of cards in a windstorm. But hey, at least it gave us something to talk about at dinner parties. And who knows, maybe one day we'll look back on this and laugh. Or cry. Probably both. But for now, let's just enjoy the brief respite and hope that the next round of tariffs doesn't hit our favorite imported snacks.